Peace and blessings, family. This is your brother straight out of Judah. I'm coming at you with something new. Folks have been asking me, hey, when you gonna put up more videos? Well, you're gonna have me for the next 31 days. I'm currently bringing you what I call the Wisdom series. For the next 31 days, I will be reading one chapter from the following books: the book of Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, and the Wisdom of Solomon. So, bear with me, y'all. It should be a good one. And let's get it. Start off with the book of Proverbs, chapter 1. The Proverbs of Shalomo, son of Dawid, sovereign of Israel, for knowing wisdom and discipline, for understanding the words of understanding, for receiving the discipline of wisdom, righteousness, right ruling, and straightness, for giving insight to the simple, knowledge and discretion to the young. The wise one hears and increases learning, and the understanding one gets wise counsel. For understanding a proverb and a figure, the words of the wise and their riddles. The fear of Yahuwah is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and discipline. My son, heed the discipline of your father, and do not forsake the Torah of your mother, for they are a fair wreath on your head and chains about your neck. My son, if sinners entice you, do not give in. If they say, come with us, let us lie in wait for blood. Let us ambush the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up. Let us swallow them alive like Sheol, and entirely like those going down to the pit. Let us find all precious goods. Let us fill our houses with spoil. Cast in your lot among us. Let us all have one purse. My son, do not walk in the way with them. Keep your foot from their path, for their feet run to evil, and they hurry to shed blood. For in vain the net is spread in the sight of many that possess a wing, but they lie in wait for their own blood. They ambush their own lives. Such are the ways of everyone greedy for gain. It takes away the life of its owners. Wisdom calls aloud outside. She raises her voice in the broad places. At the head of the noisy street she cries out. At the openings of the gates in the city she speaks with her words. How long, you simple ones, would you love simplicity, and shall scoffers delight in their scoffing? And fools hate knowledge. Turn at my reproof. See, I pour out my spirit onto you. I make my words known to you. Because I called and you refused. I have stretched out my hand and no one inclined. And you spurned all my counsel and will not yield to my reproof. Let me also laugh at your calamity. Mock when your dread comes. When your dread comes like a storm, and your calamity like a whirlwind. When distress and anguish come upon you, let them call on me, but I answer not. Let them seek me, but not find me, because they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahuwah. They did not accept my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore, let them eat the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own counsels. For the turning away of the simple kills them, and the complacency of fools destroy them. But whoever listens to me dwells safely, and is at ease from the dread of evil. That was Proverbs chapter 1, verses 1 through 33. Now, if you will, turn with me to the book of Ecclesiastes, and we're going to take it from the top. The words, Ecclesiastes chapter 1. The words of Koheleth, a son of Dawid, sovereign of Yerushalayim. Futility, futility, says Koheleth. Futility, futility, all is futile. What does man gain from all his labor, in which he toils under the sun? A generation passes away, and a generation comes, but the earth stands forever. The sun also rises, and the sun sets, and hurries back to the place where it arose, going to the south, and turning around to the north, turning, and on its rounds the wind returns. All the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea never overflows. To the place from which the rivers come, there they return again. All matters are wearisome. No one is able to speak of it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. What has been is what shall be. What has been done is what shall be done. And there is no new matter under the sun. Is there a matter of which it is said, see, this is new? It was here already long ago. There is no remembrance of former ones, nor is there any remembrance of those that are to come by those who come later on. I, Koheleth, a sovereign over Israel in Yerushalayim, and I set my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all that has been done under the heavens. This evil task Elohim has given to the sons of man to be humbled by it. I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and see, all was futile and feeding on wind. The crooked shall not be straightened, and what is lacking could not be counted. So I spoke to my heart, saying, see, I have attained greatness, and have gained more wisdom than all who were before me in Yerushalayim. And my heart has seen much wisdom and knowledge, and I set my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. I know that this too is feeding on wind. For in much wisdom is grief, and he who increases knowledge increases suffering. That was the book of Koheleth, or Ecclesiastes, chapter 1. Now, if you will, take a trip with your little big brother, your big little brother, into the Apocrypha, if you have one. If not, they got the app. Start at the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1. Chapter 1. Love righteousness, ye that be judges of the earth, Think of Yahuwah with a good heart, and in simplicity of heart seek him. For he will be found of them that tempt him not, and sheweth himself unto such as do not distrust him. For froward thoughts separate from Elohim, and his power, when it is tried, reproveth the unwise. For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin. For the Ruach HaKodesh of discipline will flee deceit and remove from thoughts that are without understanding, and will not abide with when unrighteousness comes in it. For wisdom is a loving spirit, and will not acquit the blasphemer of his words. For Yahuwah is witness of his reins, and a true beholder of his heart, and a hearer of his tongue. For the spirit of Yahuwah filleth the world, and that which containeth all things hath knowledge of the voice. Therefore he that speaketh unrighteous things cannot be hid, neither shall vengeance, when it punisheth, pass by him. For inquisition shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly, and the sound of his words shall come unto Yahuwah for the manifestation of his wicked deeds. For the ear of jealousy heareth all things, and the noise of murmurings is not hid. Therefore beware of murmuring, which is unprofitable, and refrain your tongue from backbiting. For there is no word so secret that shall go forth for nothing. And the mouth that belieth slayeth the soul. Seek not death in the era of your life, and pull not upon yourselves destruction with the works of your hands. For Yahuwah made not death, neither hath he pleasure in the destruction of the living. For he created all things, that they might have their being, and their generations of the world were healthful, and there is no poison of destruction in them, nor the kingdom of death upon the earth. For righteousness is immortal, but ungodly men with their works and words called it to them. For when they thought to have it their friend, they consumed to nothing, and made a covenant with it, because they were worthy to take part with it. That was the book of the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1. Now, family, if you roll me to the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, not to be confused with Ecclesiastes. I'll be reading chapter 1 out of the book of Ecclesiastes, because Sirach. Chapter 1. All wisdom cometh from Yahuwah, and is with him forever. Who can number the sand of the sea, and the drops of rain, and the days of eternity? Who can find out the height of heaven, and the breadth of the earth, and the deep and wisdom? Wisdom hath been created before all things, and the understanding of prudence from everlasting. The word of the Yahuwah is the fountain of wisdom, and her ways are everlasting commandments. To whom hath the root of wisdom been revealed, or who hath known her wise counsels? Unto whom hath the knowledge of wisdom been made manifest, and who have understood her great experience. There is one wise and greatly to be feared, Yahuwah sitting upon his throne. He created her and saw her and numbered her and poured out her upon all his works. She is with all flesh according to his gift, and have given her unto them that love him. The fear of Yahuwah is honor and glory and gladness and a crown of rejoicing. The fear of Yahuwah maketh a merry heart, giveth joy and gladness, and a long life. Whoso feareth Yahuwah, it shall go well with him at the last, and he shall find favor in the day of his death. To fear Yahuwah is the beginning of wisdom, and it was created with the faithful in the womb. She hath built an everlasting foundation with men, and she shall continue with their seed. To fear Yahuwah is fullness of wisdom, and filleth men with her fruits. She filleth all their house with things desirable, and their garners with her incense. The fear of Yahuwah is a crown of wisdom, making peace and perfect health to flourish, both which are gifts of Elohim. And it enlargeth their rejoicing that love him. Wisdom raineth down, skill and knowledge of understanding, and exalted them to honor that hold her fast. The root of wisdom is to fear Yahuwah, and the branches thereof are long life. The fear of Yahuwah drives away sins, and where it is present, it turneth away wrath. A furious man cannot be justified, for the sway of his fury shall be his destruction. A patient man will bear for a time, and afterward joy shall spring up unto him. He will hide his words for a time, and the lips of many shall declare his wisdom. The parables of knowledge are in the treasures of wisdom, but godliness is an abomination to the sinner. If thou desire wisdom, keep the commandments, and Yahuwah shall give her unto thee. For the fear of Yahuwah is wisdom and instruction, and faith and meekness are his delight. Distrust not the fear of Yahuwah when thou art poor, and come not unto him with a double heart. Be not a hypocrite in the sight of men, and take good heed or what thou speak. Exalt not thyself, lest thou fall, and bring dishonor upon thy soul. And so Elohim discover thy secrets, and cast thee down into the midst of the congregation, because thou camest not in truth to the fear of Yahuwah, but thy heart is full of deceit. That was the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiastes chapter 1. So, if you made it this far, you heard me read one chapter out of the book of Proverbs, the book of Ecclesiastes, the Wisdom of Solomon, and the book of Sirach. I'm not going to give anyone an elaborate breakdown of what this word says or what that word says. It's on paper. It's in black and white. It's cut and dry. So, family, my people, I'm going to keep reading. just keep listening, you keep striving, you keep enduring. Don't let nobody tell you you can't. Don't let nobody tell you you ain't good enough. Don't let anyone tell you, you know, oh, you ain't gonna do this or you can't do that. Don't let nobody tell you that. Like, you can do all things. Literally, you can do all things through Hamashiach, who strengthens you. As it says in the 23rd Psalms, Yahuwah is my rock and my salvation. He is my strength. He is everything to us. He's our strength. He's our wisdom. He is our strong tower in the storm, every storm. So, no matter what you're going through, no matter what's presented in front of you, just know there's nothing new under the sun. Just because you're going through it, don't think someone else hasn't been through it already. Reach out, talk to your peoples, get wisdom, get understanding. In all you're getting, get understanding. All right, family. Y'all be good. It's getting late. See y'all tomorrow. Most High willing. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.